Howdy, hey, hello. This is McKenna, and this is also another episode of Munch and Mingle. We are closing out this week with my hair girls, and to close it off, last but definitely not least, is my friend Ashli. Now, this is a take two. I'm so mad, you guys. I got a new laptop and I didn't set up the audio correctly, and Ashli was the first interview on that laptop. So if any of you heard it between the hours of 12 a.m. and 5 a.m., you would have heard very distorted audio. Like you said, it sounded like we were in a bathroom, but it was like echoing, but we were like away, and it was like...
It was not good.
Not good. So the other good thing is we were saying there's maybe something else we forgot to say. So maybe that's why we're getting another chance to do this episode.
Second time's the charm.
Yes. So it's going to be great though. We're just going to get to meet Ash, and I'm so excited for you guys to meet her and love her as much as I do.
Second time I was still just as awkward.
It's all great. That's how it all feels. Okay. So technically your munchie is microwave popcorn, which was really good last time.
It was good. I love microwave popcorn.
Yep. And we had
extra butter,
of course. And then ice cold water. That was the thing with it too.
Filled to the top with ice.
And you got it. Didn't you say it was because your roommate?
Well, when I was in college.
Or college.
Yeah. We lived in the dorms, and you have a certain amount of money that you can spend that's just on your account. And we had so much left over at the end. Every single day, we went and got our own bags of popcorn. And then when I got married, my husband's like, he cooked us some popcorn. And I was like, where's your bag? Like, I'm so used to having my own bag. I've settled down now. We share now.
Yes, you did share a bowl with me, so thank heavens.
Sometimes, he knows 2/3 of the bowl is mine, and then he gets 1/3.
I love that. It's so good. And technically, we did our little meetup tonight with all the hair girls, so we had a plethora of food tonight.
We're good.
All Halloween themed. We loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna just dive right in. Ashli, what's your maiden name?
Hollowell.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 long last names, Hollowell to Lundskog.
Yeah.
And everyone asked me where's that from? And every time I'm like, I gotta remember where that's from, and I still don't know.
Wait, the maiden name or your married name?
My married name.
And Weston has no idea either?
I feel like he does, and he's told me. I just don't remember.
That's all right. I think ours is Irish. That's about all I know. It came from O'Hogan, and they shortened it. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's great. Okay, so Ashli.
Yeah.
Let's go into your birth story for yourself.
My own birth story.
Your growing up life.
Provo. That's all I know.
That's right. So you're like Utah County born and bred.
Yep. I love Utah County. Growing up, in junior high, everyone's like, I cannot wait to get out of Utah. Mm-hmm. I got to get out of this bubble. And I'm like, I love my little bubble.
Yeah.
I've got there's 6 lakes within an hour, sand dunes within an hour, waterfalls all around us, the salt flats. You got it all. I love it.
And that's the thing, you're so adventurous.
Now.
Because of Weston?
Yeah. I feel like I've always been like a yes man. Like I always am down to do stuff, but I never had as many opportunities. Now Weston's like, okay, let's go camping. Let's do this. And so we're always out doing stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. So born in Provo. Mm-hmm. And then what was your family life like growing up? I know that's a
broad
story.
I was telling Weston the other day, I have a hard time remembering my childhood. It makes me so sad. I wish I kept a journal because I only remember bits and pieces, but it was the 3 of us. I was the oldest, and then my sister, and then my brother. My sister was a year after me. My brother was 2 years after me. Right after my brother was born, my parents got divorced. So we were all really young. I don't really remember them together at all. So I don't know. I feel like that's less traumatic, but my very first memory that I can like click in my head is as him walking out the door with all of his luggage. So that's where the trauma
Wow.
is.
Oh my gosh. Do you
But
feel
honestly, like I don't remember. Like it could be my brain, you know.
That's
maybe
what I
he
was just gonna
going
say.
to a hotel. For
like
something. I don't know.
do you think you're
For
like,
work or
because I
something.
talked about this on my divorce episode of my parents,
Uh-huh.
that I think my brain like
It does.
blocked out a lot of things.
Yep. And like, or you know how you like see pictures of when you were a kid and you're like, you remember it, but you don't really remember it. You
No.
remember the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it could be a real memory, could not be. But I was little and they got
Wow.
divorced.
So at that point, was he still around in your life though, even though he had left?
We at the beginning, I think we were there every other weekend. But I don't really remember. That only lasted so long though. From what I really can remember, he wasn't there. And when we would go see him, we would have a blast because we would drive to California. It'd be like 11-hour trip and we would just sing and play games and it was the best thing ever. But it was like twice a year maybe.
Wait a minute. He was living in California?
Yeah. So, well, they got divorced. I was 3, probably almost 4. They got divorced. A little further down the road, my dad was dating this girl pretty seriously, living together. They had a child together in Tooele. So that wasn't too far.
Right.
That we would travel. And then my mom got married to someone that had 4 kids. And so there was us 3 and them 4. But they would only come to our house every other weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was so crazy because at that point we have a 5-bedroom house and I'm sure the girl that's my age, she's only 2 months older than me. We got along so good at the beginning and we shared a bedroom and I don't know, I guess we became teenagers and we hated each other. Which
Happens
is
to us
normal,
all.
But I mean, it was the 3 of us who had the house and then they would come every other weekend and it was like crazy and then they would leave. So it almost felt like they were in the intrusion, which is totally unfair. But that's just kind of how it felt. Like they're intruding on us, which now like it's so great. My sister and I get along so well.
Really?
Now that we're older, she has babies. I have babies. We even talked about like, I don't even know what it was. There was just like, we were friends one day and then the next we weren't. And we both knew it. We're like, no, we don't know why.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, wait. So the California thing. So your dad would come and drive from
My dad
California?
travels for work.
Oh, that's right. I knew that. Okay.
Yeah. So then after a while, my dad actually ended up marrying somebody else who had 2 kids. She lived in California. He moved to California. And then they had a kid together. So it's the 3 of us.
I was just
my
saying,
dad
if
has
we're
a
keeping
kid.
track, how many siblings do you
the
have?
3 of us. My dad has a kid in Tooele. And then my 2 they're twins, brother and sister, step brother and sister in California. And then my half sister that they had. And then my mom got married to the one with 4 kids. They have 1 kid together, half brother. And then, this is a little further down the line, but when I was in high school, he passed away.
Oh my gosh.
And then my mom just barely got remarried like 2 years ago. He has 2 kids.
Okay.
And then I also found out at some point when my dad was traveling, I have another brother in.
No.
Yeah.
So are we at 11 or is that 12?
Oh man, I've counted before. I think it would take me too long to
Okay,
really go
so
through that.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot.
Wait a minute. So the 4 step siblings, that's where you're still close with them.
Not super close. We have an understanding.
Okay.
We went from close to hate and now we're good.
Okay. But now she's remarried.
She's married. She lives in Omaha.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ashley, this is so much.
I know, it's a lot. The weird thing is like the 3 of us. It started with 3 and now there's just a trillion. But it's okay. That's the way it's been always. And I kind of like it. It's just, I've got family everywhere.
That's true. I love that.
Yeah.
So that we kind of covered it. So when you grew up, you were living with your mom.
Yeah.
And we kind of talked about like, how it affected you. You blocked out a lot, but do you feel like it actually, changed how you viewed yourself? Did it change like when you were looking, down the road, when you wanted to get married?
I feel like subconsciously it definitely did, but I can't pinpoint like, oh, this definitely, you know what I mean? But what's weird now is my husband, I see a lot of qualities in my dad, which is so funny because I didn't even really grow up with my dad. I didn't see him a whole ton, but luckily he got all the qualities that I like, not the like have a baby and then, oh, I'm going to go get groceries. Stop. He doesn't have that quality.
We love your father. We respect your
I
father.
really do. I love him so much. I wouldn't change anything, but it took me a long time to get there. I had a lot of anger with stuff, and I'm one that just keeps stuff like deep down inside. I remember one time, like I confronted him, and I don't confront people. It was like weird. It was something about paying for college, and he was like, well, if I'm paying for it, you got to take it seriously. And I was like, I just got so offended. I was like, how do you know I'm not going to take it seriously? You don't know anything.
Yeah.
And then I felt so guilty. And I realized, maybe not in that moment, but a couple times, maybe something happened like that. And I just realized like me being angry about it is only affecting me and my relationship with him now and my happiness now. It doesn't make any sense to like still be mad about stuff every once in a while. I mean, I can't get over it completely, but it just makes way more sense for me just to have a good relationship and be happy now.
That's so good of you, because that's a hard thing to do, especially, I mean, it is with your actual parents, you know, and that was a lot of change in your life and a lot of things that you got thrown through, put through. And so that's really awesome though. Yeah. It's very inspiring, man. When we were going to talk about like, so when did you meet Weston? Oh yes.
I don't know.
This is this story.
It's so funny. It's so weird. So both of us still to this day argue about the way we met because we have different ideas of how it happened because we have honestly no clue. One thing that we both can agree on is that we were friends on Snapchat and we were just talking and then kind of realized we didn't know each other. And I was like, who is this? And he's like, who are you? I don't know, but you're cute. And we just kept talking. And
so what year is this, do you think?
This is like the end of 2013, beginning of 2014. I was still in high school. Okay. We went to the same high school. We didn't know each other.
Okay, that's
same year. We were the same year, no classes together.
I'm didn't know each other remember at all. Like Snapchat, because that was just when it was coming out, or it had been out.
It had been out for a minute, but it was fairly new.
But yeah, I felt like it was very easy to get a lot of.
And at the beginning, I was like, "Yep, I know him. I know him. I know him. I know her." But I really didn't, and I just accepted everybody.
Yeah,
I don't do that anymore.
So that's where you think. But then, so when did you guys actually start going on a date, or your first date?
So we talked on Snapchat for a long time. All through 2014. We graduated in 2014, high school.
Wait, you're going to school together?
We're going to school together, yes.
You never even saw him after you were talking?
Okay, there's one time that I was like, we found out that we went to the same school together, but I never saw him. He never saw me, no classes, nothing.
What school is this?
Mountain View High School in Orem.
Oh my God, is that a big one? I haven't
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. But there was one time I lost my keys. And this is like a daily occurrence, but I was like booking it to the dance room to go find my keys. And he was like, oh, hey. And I was like, oh, hi, gotta go. And I because I was running late and I had to go find my keys. But we did realize, this is not even until after we've been married, we realized that we did have a conversation in 2012, our first year there.
Oh.
And it was me and my friend asking him for his last name so we can look him up on Facebook because my other friend thought he was cute.
Oh.
And that's the only interaction. But we're so happy. We were like, if we met in high school, we probably wouldn't have worked out. So
it was right on the end of it.
We were different.
We've matured. Oh, as high school does.
Because we started dating at the end of 2014. So
okay, wait. So you talked the whole year. And then you went on your first date.
Yeah, and then we graduated in 2014. We dated, went on a couple dates throughout the summer and fall, and then we made it official December 16th.
Okay, let's talk about
2014.
Your first date was?
McDonald's. Yeah. Well,
that's how you know it's real.
Yeah. He was asking me out, And I just kept, I don't know, I was like, no, no, no.
See, this is why it's so funny because your personality, I guess now that I know you, I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally see you doing that. But I'm like, what? When I first met you, I was like, no, she always wants to come hang out and do stuff.
The thing is I did want to, and I thought he was cute, but I was comfortable with our online relationship. I don't know. And I had this friend in high school. We were hip to hip 100% of the time. We were never not together. And I didn't tell her about him. I don't know why. I don't know. And so I would always be hanging out with her, and he's like, let's hang out. And I'd be like, okay, probably I'll be done hanging out with her in like 2 hours. Sound good? And then he'd be like, okay. And then 2 hours later, I'd be like, oh, I'm not done hanging out. She's still at my house. So, and so he just kept getting pushed off. And then finally I was like, okay. But by this time I had already pushed him off so much. It was 11 o'clock and McDonald's was the only thing open.
Wait, did he know that's why? Like you were pushing off? Okay.
Yeah, I think he knew. A lot of our first dates, she tagged along to. Not our very first, but like when we started going to college, she was my dorm roommate.
Oh,
and so he would come out and we would all three hang out together. We had a lot of fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, McDonald's. Okay, great. Yeah. So from there, and you said it right before, you started going on dates and became official in 2015?
Still 2014, December 16th, 2014.
Okay, so right at the end of the year.
And then I went to my dad's for Christmas to New Year's, and they started asking me personal questions, and they're like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, yes. I felt so uncomfortable. Like I had boyfriends in the past, but this is like my first serious boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
And they started asking me more and more questions, and I was just like, instantly was like, I'm going to break up with him because I felt so uncomfortable with the questions. And then they dropped it from there. And I never told Weston that I said that. I wasn't really going to break up with him, okay?
Right.
I just said that. And then one time, I think it was like last year, we were with them, and they're like, yeah, we were unsure about your marriage at first because she said she was going to break up with you.
No.
And I looked at Weston like, oh, I never told him that. And he was like, what? And I had to explain that it was awkward.
It wasn't really for you. It was just me doing my thing. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long did you guys date before you got married?
We got married in 6/16/16, so 2 years later.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And then it's about to get cuter.
Oh no.
We started dating December 16th.
Right.
Got married 6/16/16. Mav's due date was May 16th. Yeah.
Oh, the 16th.
And he came on the freaking 19th.
You're like, okay, it's just
Rude.
a 6 upside down.
All right, I'll take it. Sure.
Oh my gosh. How did Weston propose? I need to know. Because right now we are in his office. I'm looking at antlers, gators, many things. And I'm like, how did this man propose to you?
Well, the plan was to propose to me at Nitro Circus, which is a motocross.
Oh, I was going to say,
show.
Where's the helmet? I know that. Yeah. You've got license. No? Okay.
License. But yeah, the helmets are downstairs.
That's the downstairs.
But yeah, so it was going to be at Nitro Circus, and he was emailing them, and then they canceled. So we were going to go down at Nitro Circus, and I didn't know, and it was going to be there.
Oh my gosh, I'm so...
And by this point, we were already planning our wedding. I have a dress, and I'm like, you got to propose, dude, because I've got to like send out invitations and do all this stuff. I'm like, time to get on it. And he just wasn't doing it. I was like, okay, we're just going to get married, and I'm never going to get proposed to.
Yeah.
And but I had, well, maybe this is a little too much for people that don't know me, but I had a kiss list. Oh, we talked about this a little bit earlier.
Go back and listen to my Gingers episode. As well. What is it with us? I don't know. Sometimes you just have these roads, but
I was like getting up in the 30s, and I had never had a New Year's kiss. Oh. And so I was like, ooh, that's going to be special. So I kept on being like, hey, I've never had a New Year's kiss. And so it was on New Year's that he actually proposed.
Okay, that's good job, Weston. What a guy. That's so cute.
Yeah.
And then you guys lived here. And you were living here. So then hair school, right? No, wait.
We were married for...
I keep forgetting. You guys got married so early.
Yeah, we got married in 2016.
And we didn't go to hair school until 2020.
Yeah, so I did real estate. I didn't like it. Yeah. I loved doing it for family because I was like, oh, we get to pick out cute stuff and look at your house. but I hated doing it for people that I didn't know. And I just hated working with people in that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Weston started in it, and I was like, hey, you should come check this out. I think you'd like it. He started it. And then he just thrived at it. Let me tell you, he was so good. And made me realize how bad I was at it.
No.
And so, but I was good at paperwork. So I became his assistant. He was doing it and I did all the paperwork. I became his assistant. And that's I still did it for family.
And so he still does real estate now.
He still does it. He's freaking good at it. So
he got you guys this house. We're in Ashley's new house. She's got a big girl house.
Big girl now.
And seriously, we had to, like, this is how big it is. We came upstairs and we had options of rooms. Like, which one should we do our episode in?
Well,
that's how I know you have a big house.
I lived in my mom's basement for 6 years. So we say we skipped our like first house, and this is like our second house.
I love it. I hope I'm next. I need it to be.
Oh, it's such a relief to have your own place. Yes. But also, then you have a mortgage, so
I'll take it. Okay, so real estate didn't work out. Then what?
And at this point, we were trying to have a baby, and at this point I had 2 miscarriages, and I was like, so I just needed something different. I didn't even like real estate. I was good at the paperwork, so I did it, but I'm like, I can't just keep doing this. So I was looking up other things that I could do, and I was like, that sounds good. And I always have been like a creative. So
you very
I was like, okay, let's do it. And I looked up Aveda, and I didn't even tell Weston I was doing it. I think I like made it all planned out, and I was like, I have to like present this to him like it's an idea. And so I planned it all out, and then I was like, hey, this is the plan. It costs this much, blah, blah, blah. And then we talked about it, and I went and got the loan the next day.
No way.
And talked to Allie, and she's like, oh, perfect, because everyone in that class, I was so worried about being old. And she's like, everyone in that class is like your age. So
okay, hold on. Which, by the way, I love Allie.
Yeah.
I was just talking to her the other day. She wants to start a podcast.
She would be good at it.
She'd be so good. But Elizabeth said the same thing in her episode. I did not get told that. But I also was the oldest.
You were probably one of the first to sign up then.
No. I was last. I signed up in January.
Oh.
Like at the beginning of January, and our class started at the end.
Same.
So here's my question. There were 11 of us.
Yeah. 3
of us were old. The rest were all young. That's why I was like, why did we keep getting labeled as the older class?
That's probably why we were so scared, because hair school girls are 18, 19.
Yeah. And we were in our mid-20s.
4?
I was 20.
Which is not old, but
26, turning 26. Old. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just glad that I wasn't the oldest one.
Yep, it was me.
It was you.
5 months. That's so funny though. Okay, why did you pick Aveda?
I don't know. My stepsister, the one that's 2 months older than me, she went to Taylor Andrews. And I just didn't really, that felt like more 18 vibes. Yeah. Like, I don't want
Great place, but yeah, it felt the same way too.
I just didn't feel like I'd fit in there at all.
Yeah.
And then I walked through Aveda, and I just felt like, yep, this is it. And plus I got my hair done one time at Aveda, and I thought it smelled good.
I feel like everyone said they always had gone. So the only reason, I had wanted to, like, I initially moved out to Provo to go to hair school. And then I got so scared. I was getting terrified of having like a loan. So I was like, oh, I'll just work and then save up. Never saved up. So I just kept working and working and working. And then I had a new job.
Yeah.
And I got fired. And I had never been fired.
Oh, I remember you telling me.
Yes. And
I
was
so
like,
happy you got fired.
I am too. Because honestly, if I wouldn't, it was in that moment that I was like, one, I should have not been fired. I know that now. I was like, I was wrongly terminated. But it was great because I was like, I never want to have this happen again, that someone can fire me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be in charge of my own life, my own work life.
Right. And
that's when it hit like, okay, it's time, like go to hair school. So I started, I had toured so many, like Taylor Andrews. And I think there were 2 left, but I never looked at Aveda because I think I heard once someone say it's too expensive. Like, it's more expensive, and it is called the Harvard of hair schools. But 2, it was the color. Like how
complicated.
it's much more complicated to learn color because you're actually building
But I'm
the
happy
color.
I learned it that way.
100%. So I had never looked, I was going to go to Renaissance and I felt like I was going to be better there because I was older and they had like a daycare. So I was like, oh, there's like young moms here. I'll fit in.
Yeah.
And then last second I was like, I'll just go look at Aveda and same thing.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. I fell in love with it and I was like, we're good.
It's the thing. Like you walk through and you're like, oh, yep, I'm supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it
how
definitely
happened.
is the Harvard of hair schools. Thanks, Allie, for getting us all in there. Allie was our admissions lady.
Yeah.
She's still with Aveda, but now she's in Vegas doing all this fun stuff. Oh, love her. Okay, so we get to school.
Yeah.
And I've asked everyone, what do you remember when they sat us all in that conference room before we went up to class?
I didn't go in the conference room. I was late. And I was so mad. I was
really.
I literally was running. I booked.
You and Amelia would have been late then.
Amelia was later than me. That was the only thing that I was like,
that's so true.
I'm not the last one. But I like everybody was already up in the classroom when I got there.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember because you know how we had to build like a
presentation.
Well, yeah, welcome. Like this is me. And I built this whole picture frame.
So cute.
It was like it's the one that my wedding photo is in now. It's like a huge picture frame.
Yes.
And I was like, I called my friend and I was like, do you think this is too much? Because everybody's going and they're like, you said you could do a Pinterest thing. And I walk up the stairs late holding this huge picture frame and like my whole suit. Oh wait, not my suitcase, but I had a bunch of stuff I felt like. And I'm like clonking up the stairs. I come in and I look around and nobody else has anything. And everybody's like, here's my Pinterest thing that I made. And I have to go up and be like, here's my whole life for you to see.
I made a PowerPoint.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I totally remember yours.
Carry it in.
No, I loved it. Okay. Who did you have to present? Do you remember how we got put in pairs? It was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Kiana. I couldn't remember.
No, I presented Kel and that was the most awkward thing.
Hi, I'm meeting you for the first
in front of you. At least I didn't have to talk about myself.
No, that's why we were laughing because I did Elizabeth. Elizabeth was so quiet. I love her. Okay, so as time goes on, so you said before you had gotten into hair school, you had 2 miscarriages.
Yeah, and that's really why I went. I was just kind of like, I have to do something. Yeah. Get my mind off of it. Actually, in hair school, I had my 3rd, and I missed so much school. And
that's what we're talking about. I don't think I knew
I didn't
when.
Know, really. I mean, I said stuff like
so bad.
I feel like I actually said stuff, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't like talking. Mm-hmm. Not that I don't like talking about it. I'm actually honestly okay talking about it. I don't know. I'm just
at that time though.
Like, hi, nice to meet you. Guess what?
That's a hard
going
thing
on in my life.
Yeah, but that was also we were in a place like I remember you, me, Kiana, and then sooner Gabs, our teacher, and then I didn't know if Mads was, but all of us had talked about getting pregnant. Yeah, and so it was a very kind of like, are we doing this or that? And so I can imagine going through all that and then having to deal with that. That's awful.
It was like a real low for me. But that's why I'm grateful to have been in school because I had to be there every day, you know? Yeah. If you miss it, it's like a big deal. I did miss a lot. And I had to get, that's why Gabs is really the only one that knew because I had a bunch of doctor's notes like from the place. But, so I missed a ton. That's why I was graduated late too.
Okay, but really you graduating late? You still graduated before me.
Yeah, because I had so many doctor's notes. I got so many things to do, like, what's it called? Remote
makeup work.
Yeah, the makeup work. I could do so much because of my doctor's notes. That's why. Otherwise, I probably would have graduated with the next class.
I went on vacations. That's I always going on stuff, and I was like, yeah, that was my bad. Anyway, so because we started getting pretty close, and I would say I do remember at one point, during lunch. Amelia and Elizabeth would always go and buy something and then come back. And then you, me, and Kiana, we'd always bring home lunches.
Yeah. Oh, we're so old.
So old. We're like, yeah, we're buying out those lunches. We'd go sit on the side of the school and we'd sit on the hill. And that's where we really started talking. We started to, I remember we were talking about when we were wanting to get pregnant. I was pregnant. Yeah. At that point. That's why we sat on the hill because that was the only way I was going to get back up. Yeah. But I remember that's when you and I started talking about like, like water bursts, natural bursts. Like you were very
I wanted to go way natural and I ended up doing all the drugs.
which we're going to get into. Yes. So the other big thing, just real quickly, when you were in hair school, what happened as you were going down in this journey that
You mean that I hate hair?
And we are putting that out there for anyone else who needs to hear.
And the whole time I was like, I convinced Weston to do this. I was like, don't tell Weston I hate hair. Don't tell him I hate this. I cannot do this for life. And I was like, I just have to finish and then tell him after.
Would you get your basic esthetician aesthetics? Yeah. So that was good. At least you had that.
I also got my permanent makeup brow certification while we were doing it. So I was like, and I love doing that. Really?
I didn't know that was doing that.
I did it during school because it's not that long. It's like a week.
Oh wait, was it through Aveda?
No.
No. They didn't do that. Okay,
well, I think they did offer it actually, but I had a girl in mind that I wanted to do. And
Perfect.
So I went and did that, and I love that. So at least I had that in my pocket.
So we did graduate, and that's what I was going to say is we knew that you were like, I'm just here to get it, but I'm not going to do anything with it.
It was the worst.
And you're great at hair. That's not to say that, but just like you said, it's just, it wasn't anymore your passion.
Every time I went, I was like, am I really going to do this for all day today? I'm not doing this for the rest of my life. I'm not doing it.
But you did go into brows, and you're so good at it.
Thank you.
I first got my eyebrows microbladed because of you.
Yeah.
And love it. I really want to get them done again.
Yeah. I love doing it.
You're so good at it.
Thank you.
Like, honestly. And so you said you still do take appointments, but it's very...
Yeah, I work where I was living before at my mom's house. It's very specific. I mean, it has to have like its own entrance, its own bathroom, its own 2 sinks, no carpet, a couch, and it has to have so many things that I can't do it here. So if I do have appointments, I have to plan in advance. Someone has to watch Mav. I have to travel to the other side of the lake. Yeah. So I still do it, but it's rough.
So at one of those appointments, this is when you guys were trying to get pregnant. And you had told me...
We weren't either, which was so weird because...
It wasn't...
We got pregnant so easily before with the last ones. And then miscarried so easily, pregnant, miscarry, so easily pregnant, miscarry. Like no effort at all. And then all of a sudden I'm trying and it's not happening. And we're getting frustrated. And my first miscarriage, when we went in to talk to them, the lady was like, oh yeah, we don't do anything till your third. So... And I don't think she realized that she was the one that was telling me that I had miscarried. Like, I knew, but I didn't know, you know. And when I went in and take the test, like, she just was so like, oh, yeah, like, you're one of, like, all of these people. It happens to everyone. And I think she was trying to be comforting, like, don't worry, it happens to a lot of people. But to me, it was like, I had waited 40 minutes in the office, and I'm just like another number. Get me in, get me out, wait till your third miscarriage, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
And it was so like, I went in the parking lot, cried. I was like, I cannot deal with that. It was the worst place ever. I'm never going back. And then I found out about fertility centers. I didn't even know was a thing to go to a fertility center. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
Could you have gone before your third?
I think I could have, yeah. And if I couldn't have, they at Utah Fertility Center, they are the best people. Like, I walk in and I was so nervous. I was like, I've never even heard of something like this. I walk in, I talk to the doctor, and he said a similar thing. He's like, it happens to a lot of people, but he said it in a way that was, you're not alone, not get out of my office.
Yeah.
And he made me feel like he was just like, okay, this is the plan. We're going to do this test and this test and this test and then this. And then I was just like, oh, like, this is happening for real now. And we scheduled an IUI for like we were like looking at my cycle, and it was like 2 weeks from then or something.
Oh, it's just for anyone out there.
It's the intrauterine insemination. It's the turkey baster.
Okay, yes, got it.
And so we scheduled the IUI. Weston had to drop off his sample. And he was so uncomfortable doing that. And it has to be with like in a certain amount of time.
Oh, no.
And you can't do it there. I mean, actually, I think you could do it there, but it was COVID, so you can't. And he's like, gosh. I'm not doing it there anymore.
Yeah, I'm fine.
But you have to so he was like, and it was in Pleasant Grove when we were in Orem, so he had to like do it and then rush to the place and then drop it off because it has to be like fresh. I know, gross.
These are the things you do for a baby, okay? No one talks about this real stuff, all right? It's raw, it's real.
So they tested it. It was perfect, which it was like good to know, but I was like, oh, great, it's me. But they did 2 tests. First, they did this terrible test where they fill your uterus up with dye. and view it through a machine somehow. And it hurts. And Weston's not allowed to be in the room.
Which is so weird that would hurt.
It hurts freaking bad. And he's not allowed to be in the room. So I'm with these two strangers. Luckily, they were nice. But it hurts so bad. And all I wanted to do was like cry.
Was it like, sorry, this is just me. Was it like a stinging pain or was it a pressure pain?
Yep, both.
I wonder if it's because like, you know how they always say like the vaginal area is like acidic? Or is it the opposite?
I don't know.
Science health class. I don't know. There's something. That's what I was just wondering. I was like, I wonder if the dye irritates.
Maybe. I don't know. But it freaking hurt so bad. And then it came back normal. So I was like, really?
Okay.
And then they went and did the saline test. They do the same thing, but with saline. And that is when they found out that my uterus had so much extra lining that it was basically closed. It wasn't open. Like there was so much extra lining in there that it was like a closed fist. And also my cervix was basically glued shut. So there's no way anything's getting past there. So not only can nothing get in, but if it did, there's no way that an egg would be able to implant because it was the lining was there. So I had to have a surgery, which he scheduled for like 2 weeks later. Did it 20 minutes in and out. So easy. And honestly, I cannot say enough good things about this place. They're the best. In and out. And then Weston was mad because he had to do another sample. And I was like, really? I have surgery and all this stuff.
Buck up, buddy. Come on. I can only say that because I do love and appreciate Weston.
But yeah. And the weird thing is finally we went in I recovered from the surgery in there trying to do the IUI, and they have the lights turned off. You have to lay on your back for 15 minutes after, and they leave the room. So it's just me and Weston in there. And I was like, the whole time I was like, I'm going to like make this be a boy with my brain. I was like, if I think boy sperm, it will happen. And I was like kind of being silly, but kind of serious.
I'm going to do that on the next one. Girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. And then that night, I just didn't feel stressed. It was weird because I had been stressing about this for years. And suddenly that night I was like, it's going to happen or it's not. And we went out about our day as normal, and Weston had some work to do. So he stayed up late and I laid in bed and I was staring at the ceiling, and I remember like, just like this calmness. And I felt like Mav was there. It was such a weird thing, but that sounds like honestly crazy, but it felt like he was, and not as him, like I felt like I was talking to like someone around my age, but it was a boy and I knew it. And I was like, I remember like thinking out loud as if I was talking to him, like, I've been waiting for you for so long. And I've done everything to get you here. If you are ready, then come down to me and I'll take care of you. And I felt like I almost like had this answer, like, I'm coming. And then he did.
He did. I full-heartedly believe that there is that connection, maternal
and
connection.
Guess what? It was a boy.
So. And it was a boy. It works.
Yeah, so after all that, he finally came. I went through with doing all that natural stuff. My whole pregnancy was like doing all this research. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I can do it. And then it started stressing me out so bad. I overthought it so much. And I was like, I'm freaking myself out. And then I was like, I just got to let it happen how it's going to happen. But I was having these pains under my right rib. And the bottoms of my feet were super itchy. And I looked it up. Good old Google told me something seriously wrong. Yeah. And so I go in and they're like, yep, that's wrong. Did all the tests. They're like, nothing's wrong. And I was like, something's wrong. And they're like, nope, looks good. And I was like, no, something is wrong. But they didn't. They're like, all the tests looks normal. So, oh, well.
I was literally thinking about this the other day. I've had now you, myself, and other people who've come on, and we've talked about that with birthing, where it's like you can feel it because you know it. And I just always wonder, I'm like, dude, as doctors, and maybe if any doctors are out there listening, is it just told to them like you're gonna have a lot of nervous mothers.
Yeah. And I bet not even told. I bet they do. I bet there's,
like this unsaid
even I felt
thing.
like it sometimes. Like I came in, I was like, this list from Google told me all this stuff. Like something's wrong. And they're like, no, chill out.
Right.
But something really was wrong.
And then in most cases not, like you, me, other people I've talked to, I'm like, there was something wrong.
Yeah. But I get all the way to the end. And then he's like a week over and there's like some amniotic fluid leaking. And
and that was the one point we were pregnant together.
Yeah, we were
supposed to be 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, and then
Bo decided he wanted to come early.
Yeah.
It's all right. They were born in the same year. That's all that matters.
Yeah. And we were both going to be 8 months pregnant at Elizabeth's wedding, and then I'm the only one like huge at her wedding, like flopping around.
No one was thinking that you were glowing. Oh. Okay,
and glowing plus 500 pounds. That was the other thing, is with each miscarriage, I gained 10 pounds. The last one I gained like 18 pounds. Oh I just like blew up. And then I got pregnant. So I just felt like huge.
It's everyone. Huge, whatever. No, whatever. Stop it.
But
we were going to talk your birthing experience.
Oh, the best.
See, and this is again where you and I you're like, I loved being pregnant. No. Or no. Excuse me. You love giving birth. We both agreed being pregnant is hard.
We can agree on that. Pregnancy sucks.
But giving birth, you loved.
I remember thinking,
I want to be like you in the next one. I'm like, I need an inner Ashli to come in this moment.
What's that movie? What to Expect When You're Expecting? Before, when I was like in high school, I was like, I'm going to be like
Cameron Diaz.
No.
The really fit one.
The wife, the like trophy wife girl. Oh, yeah. I was like, I'm going to be her. Twins wearing heels.
That's right.
That's going to be me.
That's right.
I am so
She sneezes and it comes out.
She's like, pregnancy sucks. And she's like, yeah, that's me. But yeah, so I finally go in a week late. So they're inducing me because there's some issues. And I thought like I was going to get induced, have a baby. And it's like hours and hours and hours and like just sitting there. And I'm like starting to feel some pain. And I knew at this point, I'm like, I overthought it too much. I can't do it. And I'm okay with it. Like, I should not have thought about it that hard. I normally don't. I'm normally, like, even with hair school, I'm like, I decided, I go do it. I decide, I do it. But for some reason, I thought about it too much. I think it's just because of my past issues.
Yeah.
But.
Well, you have so many hormones and there's so much anxiety when it's your first.
So I just accepted, like, I'm going to get an epidural and that's okay. I'm fine with it. I got it pretty early on, and then so I was numb like all day long. Nothing to do, nothing to eat. They don't feed you.
No.
And just watching Impractical Jokers all day long, waiting for freaking Maverick to come.
How did you pick his name?
I don't know. It was on a list for a long time. We just chose it. We liked Maverick Woods. We decided on early, plastered on over everything. So we couldn't change our minds because we had 5 years to... Well, like 4 years to decide.
And the funny thing is it had nothing to do with Top Gun.
Nope, it was before, but then it came out it was talked about while I was pregnant. So I was like, now everyone's going to be named Maverick. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's okay. So
it's fine. Okay, so the actual birthing experience when he did come.
Actually, it was scary. Like, I don't know why I was so calm because... His heart rate kept dropping. The umbilical cord was wrapped around his shoulder. So every time I pushed, he'd get sucked back in for 4 hours while I was pushing. And he was upside down, but not breech, the other way.
Sunny side
up. Yeah. I don't remember the real word.
Yeah.
So they could only try and turn him while I'm pushing. So push, and she's trying to turn him. Push, tried to turn him, and she could only get him sideways. Oh. So he came out sideways. Not all the way out, but out of like a lot of the way sideways. And then a doctor came in and tried to flip him the rest of the way. Still couldn't do it. So at the very end, they were able to flip him out and grab him out. But his heart rate was dropping. It actually was like a scary thing. And Weston was kind of scared. But I just had this feeling like I don't know. He told me he was coming. And I knew he was coming and it was going to be fine. So they're all like freaking out watching the screen behind me, and I'm just like watching ET, like waiting for my next push.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
And at one point his heart rate dropped. I didn't even know. I wasn't paying attention. And there's a part in I have seen it when I was younger, but I didn't remember. And I thought E.T. died, and I was like, I didn't know he died. And everyone's like, he didn't. He's okay. What are you talking about? I was like, oh, I meant E.T.
I'm telling you about that. Guys,
like,
I'm watching a show here.
I know. Well, it was taking so long. You have to understand. Like, I was there for hours. He wasn't born until 5:21 the next day.
Jeez.
And then finally, because also the pushes, I wasn't really feeling much with my drugs, and he was, it was like waiting a long time between pushes too. It wasn't immediate.
Okay.
So I was just waiting.
Oh, and did it change when you were in active labor? Do you feel,
No.
See, that was the one thing that was going to kill me because it was so fast with Baker. It was you push for 30 seconds. Like each push, you don't hold your breath, but you do.
You do.
For 10 seconds. And go
3
again.
pushes.
And it's 3 of that. And then you stop for 30 seconds.
Mine was longer, but I think it's because I was induced. Like it wasn't happening naturally, you know?
Yeah.
So they had to make it happen. And I think that's why it was taking longer.
Man.
But it's tough pushes. And then they said, you have 3 more pushes or we're going to the C-section.
Oh, no.
And so I was like, or they said 4 more pushes. And I was like, all right. And I did it in 3.
I'll make it in 3.
Yep. Did it. And it was the best thing ever. Honestly, I would love to give birth again.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to be pregnant again, but I will give birth any day.
10 times over. Yeah.
It's just that feeling like I freaking did that. It's the highest high.
Yeah.
And then the shakes start and your whole body shakes and they're like, do you want to hold your baby? And I was like, I really do, but please stop asking me because I have to say no. And it breaks my heart to say no.
Yeah.
Because I'm shaking so bad I cannot hold him. And they're like, you got to feed him. And I was like, fine. So they handed it to me. And I'm so sad because it obviously was still special, but I was so worried about like my shaking. Like I couldn't calm down.
It's insane how that happens. Like
shaking.
It's crazy.
And they're like, here's your baby. And I was like having a seizure over here. And then all of a sudden I'm like, Weston, come take him now. And he had not hold him at this point. And I could tell he's kind of nervous. And so I wanted to like ease him in, but I was like, come get him now.
Yeah.
And he like picked him up and I instantly threw up all over myself.
Oh,
it would have been all over him too.
You're like, it all worked out.
Yeah. And then, so it was beautiful. Honestly, I would highly recommend giving birth.
Yeah. It's great. We love it.
But then after, remember how I said something was wrong? Yeah. 2 weeks later, I go to the ER because I thought it was my heart. I thought I was having like a heart attack. I go and I was like, my heart hurts so bad. I can't breathe. It hurts. They did all the tests. They're like, everything looks normal. And then I started feeling better. I was like, oh, this sucks. So I went back home. Happened again. Take me to the ER right now. We go to the ER. And it was my gallbladder. And I should have known. My mom, my sister, my aunt, and my grandma all had to have theirs out. But I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. And the tests they were doing were for, what's the high blood pressure one? Preeclampsia. Because that's a similar feeling. But mine was for cholestasis, which is a gallbladder thing, but can cause stillbirth.
Oh,
because
my gosh.
It has something to do with the bile. And it goes straight to your stomach. The bile can get into the blood of the placenta and get bile in their food source, and kill them. So, yeah, something was wrong. I knew it. Trust your body. Luckily,
that's what we learned from this episode today.
2 weeks after.
Thank heavens. I'm telling you, you were watched over. Mav was watched over. He's our little miracle boy. I love him. He's so cute.
He is so cute.
Oh, Ash, I love you. You've been through so much, and you continue to just inspire. I mean, you inspire me, but everyone who's around you, you just are this light.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I mean it. So, as we're getting ready to wrap up, what is next for you? You guys have moved into this new house. You have this beautiful baby boy. Weston's doing real estate.
Yep, it's still going strong.
Yep.
I have wanted to be a mom my entire life. Worked so hard at it for years and years and years. Finally got it. It's the best thing ever, but also I like miss having something to like work for.
Right.
I need something for me. It took me a solid 3 months of being a mom to be like, I'm going crazy. I love him to death. I want to spend all my time with him, but sometimes I just need like something for me. And before, when I had my first miscarriage and second, I started doing DIY projects in my mom's basement and started loving it. And now I have this house. And so all my free time is going to DIY projects.
And because of that, you now have your, like, that's your Instagram right now.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Isn't that fun? It started out as hair.
Right.
And now and then it went to brows. It's still not really. I do brows, but it's not in brow page anymore. And now it's a DIY page.
But it all works because your Instagram name is
Ashli Artistry. Well, Ashli.artistry. And my name is spelled weird. So ASHLI.
Yes.
.artistry.
That's how I yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I associate that spelling.
Yeah. So I even made a website and I'm turning it into a blog.
Yes.
And
she's going to help me with mine.
Yeah. And the website was freaking hard, but I'm super proud of it. A whopping 2 posts on there. And I'm working
my mouth
on a
is
third.
open. My jaw is dropped.
Yeah. And, but also like, I'm really just excited about the projects. Like it's not, I mean, when you think DIY projects, you think like, oh,
mason
paint
jars.
this. Yeah. Yeah. But I have this house and it's really is beautiful, but it's just a very, like, it's kind of an older style and it's very simple. And right now I'm working on a feature wall in Maverick's room.
Yes. You have a video up. You just posted at it. It's so good.
It has a long way to go still, but I'm going to be building fireplaces and built-in
mini bar.
A bar, yeah, serving bar and the dining bar.
Yes.
/ mini bar. I mean, we can make it what we want. And
every room in this house is painted a different color. Not your choice. That's what you've moved into. So that's, yeah.
Every single room has a project and I cannot wait.
It's going to be so good. So yes, definitely make sure you're following her. You are creative though. I mean, hello, you brought a picture frame to hair school.
The picture frame was 4 feet tall.
I love it. That's who you are. And that's just you. You are so creative.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's looking out next for you.
Yep. That's my future.
That's your project right now.
I'm wanting to kind of start with that eventually. I mean, I have a lot to do in this house, but eventually if it gets somewhere good, starts maybe making some money in the future, I want to start doing charity builds. So I start like choosing people around that are going through stuff too and redo their stuff.
The remake of Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Yeah.
Ashli Edition. This is so good.
Yeah.
You are an incredible human being. And if I could take away anything from your episode today, it would be trust yourself.
Yeah. You know your body best. And I feel like you know the difference between being anxious about all these things and something's actually wrong.
Well, and even just like mentally as well and emotionally, like the things you've gone through, but you've kind of followed where, okay, here's what I'm feeling and it's blessed you to do that.
Yeah. It doesn't come naturally, I feel like. At least it didn't used to. It's like something you really have to work on. But when it does work and you have a moment like I had in my bedroom talking to Matt before he came here, like it is the most.
As he cries. Perfect timing, Mav.
Yeah, I love you. I have to say that, so.
I can't wait for him to go back and hear this episode.
Yeah. But yeah.
It just solidifies it.
Because
it solidifies it. I love you. Well, hopefully you guys have just felt the love and light from her, but definitely go follow her, Ashli.artistry, ASHLI. And
ashliartistry.com is my new
website. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, definitely go pop over there and give it a visit.
If you want to see 2 posts on there.
I love it.
Eventually
I will.
3.
I'll be over there.
Maybe 4 one day.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. And to whoever you are out there listening, hopefully you could take something away from this episode that could help you with whatever you're going through. Definitely, if you need a friend, reach out. Me and Ash are always here.
Oh, yeah.
But we hope you have a great day. Again, thank you so much for listening. and we will see you next time. Bye.